Hey guys, it's Jeff Hartman, the Neptune Man, and I've got my Blue Yeti back. I just repaired it. I want to make a quick video to show you guys how to repair that thing if you break your mini right angle USB port connector. So let's go see what a Blue Yeti is. Hey, there's my ad. Has your washer morphed into jet plane? Washerbearings.com. This is on eBay, by the way. Blue Yeti, they're about $100. I've had this thing, gosh, probably 4 or 5 years maybe. And they got different colors now. When I bought it, they only had the silver. There's one $65, but I'll give a link at the bottom of this video. We can go check those out, okay? But let's go take a look at some pictures. Of course, this is my Neptune bearing site. Okay, here is what the right angle USB, it's a mini USB, because now they got micro and they got different versions, but this is the mini. This is the one that you find on the older digital cameras. It's the larger one, but I did have to clip these two back little tabs off here because the circuit board only has holes for the front two, and of course those are for reinforcement to help hold that thing down to the board. Otherwise you just have these 5 pins, which won't be as strong without these being soldered. So here's the actual circuit board. This is what's left of the original right angle mini USB connector. See, there's your 2 holes. There's not holes in the back. That's why I clipped those little tangs off. But you see, just basically what happened was this microphone was sitting on my desk, and someone came in my office and got some paper off the top. I keep a ream of paper on top of my hutch. That's where I stack up my paper. And when they pulled that off, the whole ream of paper fell on the microphone, and it caused it to flip. And on this microphone, the way it is, I'll show you. It's plugged in right now, but the cord comes out of the bottom like this, and then you've got the bracket that holds it with the base plate. Well, as you flip that microphone, it puts a lot of, it'll break that off. That's one thing I don't like about this design, is how you can damage it by pivoting it too much with the USB plugged into it, because it hits the mount and breaks it off. And that's exactly what happened. It took enough force to break this thing off. But there it is again. You can see this is a pretty sophisticated microphone. It's got some big rotary switches on it, some circuitry, and it's all surface mount pretty much, except for these connectors. And we'll get a picture of the backside too. That's the main processing chip right there, and this must be the USB interface chip, because that USB is right here on the back side, and you can see there's a couple resistors. It goes into here. So you see the crystal oscillator. It's like a little computer basically. It looks like, man, it's probably a DSP, which is a digital signal processing, which is really a fast chip for doing audio, things like that. So I'm sure that's why I used it. And this is the red light. This is a switch, and it's got an LED in the middle of it, and it blinks when you have it in mute. You push, it's actually a button and an indicator. You push it and it'll start blinking, and then that tells you that your microphone is muted, okay? And after my first task was to get all the solder out. What I did is I grabbed each pin with some needle nose and used my soldering iron to heat that pin up, because these tracks are really small. You don't want to put too much heat on the track, so I was trying to heat up the pin itself and pull it out. That way it'd melt the solder, and then that would allow that pin to come right out. And once you get that out, then I go by with I have a solder sucker. It's a spring-loaded vacuum tool. You load it up, push the button, and it sucks the solder up in there. So I cleaned out all those holes, and you can see we've got light through here. So that's how you can tech. Just if you have a light source, just hold it up, and that way you'll see you've got all the holes cleared out. Okay. And there's the new part soldered down. You see it has there's 5 pins at right angle, and then these are the 2 brackets for the USB connector to help support it. Now here's what it looks like. Here's the case. This is actually a cast. I don't think it's it's kind of heavy. I don't think it's aluminum. It's some sort of pot metal or something that's pretty strong. You got 3 screws in the bottom. You got to pop these knobs out. They just go, once you put the whole assembly into the housing, you put the 3 screws in the bottom, and then you pop in all your little caps here. Now this is the button. It's actually an indicator and a button. You can actually pull it out and put that in later. But on the end of it, it's actually square, so it has to line up with this little, it's a switch LED basically, push button switch. There's the bottom. You can see you got 3 screws going here. Now this is the new jack I just put in. Looks like it lines up pretty good. And you've got a headphone jack over here. And there's like a rubber pad that goes in here. I think it's to help isolate noise and maybe to hide that screw. I don't know. Because I took these screws out and it still wouldn't come out. And I had to pop that rubber cap out to get to that screw. So there's 3 screws on the Blue Yeti. There's the front of it. What it looks like. And there's the back side. You have a gain and you've got a pattern. This has 4 different patterns. So there's actually 2 microphones located in the end here. And it changes how it picks up noise. So that's why I like this microphone. I bought a USB mic from a local store for like 20 bucks and it sounded tangy and tinny. I think you call it tinny. It just wasn't very good at all. So for a while I made a couple of videos using my laptop, which has the integrated microphone. That was it wasn't bad, but I like the Blue Yeti much better. And then there's those jacks. And I got these. It took a while to get these. I ordered these from AliExpress.com. I could not find these on Mouse or DigiKey because these are older style connectors. Now they're using a micro USB. These are the mini USB right angles, and I just couldn't find them, so I had to order them. It took, gosh, probably 25 days. I was checking every day because I wanted to get this microphone back up. So there you have it, the Blue Yeti microphone. It's pretty nice. It's a nice little gadget. I like it a lot. The sound quality is pretty good. Okay, this is Jeff Hartman, the Neptune Man. If you've got a Blue Yeti, you can fix it because that's probably what's going to fail is that connector. Because if you, like I said, if you tilt that thing, it puts a lot of force on that connector. And but there's my NeptuneBearing.com site. I did want to tell you, I just added. Let's go check it out. Let's go to Washer Bearings. I just added the MAH 2400, which actually goes to a page on my NeptuneBearing.com site. But the 2 bearings and then the seal, the 3400 1159 seal, I'm offering that. Plus, I'm offering the seal by itself. And I'm also offering priority mail shipping to Canada and Australia. So you have add to cart buttons as well. And then if you want express mail option, you just click add to cart, and then that will add, which I think currently is like $19. Shipping's went up quite a bit, and I hadn't raised my prices in a long time. I had to update these because postal just keeps going up, seems like. All right, there it is, MAH 2400. And a lot of these parts, it's an older machine. It's about 13 years old, I believe. And someone just recently contacted me about a bearing and seal kit. And I looked up the seal, and it says it's obsolete. Maytag's not providing it anymore. So I do have a source for those. And that's the 3400 1159 seal. And so if you have an MAH 2400, if you know anybody that does, let them know that they can replace the bearings and the seal. Okay? This is Jeff Hartman, the Neptune Man, and I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye-bye.